Alright, load screen is finished, but the introduction is as well, sadly. But okie dokie, guys, again, we're on a delay today, so if there's any problems with the stream, video, audio qualities, anything like that, please let us know ASAP so we can take care of it. But ladies and gentlemen, getting back into the action, Game 2 in the Acer Team Story Cup. This is a best of 9 today between these two teams, for those who do not know. And spawning here in the lower right corner of the map, it says IG Edelson, but it's really IG's XY.
Yeah, XY, great game last game against Happy, but now he's facing the blue Terran in the top left corner, goes by the name BratOK. Also playing for Empire, as it seems, although there's no info about it, but
yeah, I think
anyway.
It's finicky. I think what I imagine happened is Empire-Ence got involved with this prior to all the players like leaving / retiring / changing teams, whatever. So I think they're still registered on the roster, which is why they're cool to play. Something kind of interesting about BratOK, do you ever watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah. I read all the books.
Well, no, but like the TV show. Have you watched the TV show?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I've always thought BratOK looks like Joffrey. Like, it drives me crazy.
My.
I don't know if you've ever seen that, but like, oh, I can't not see it.
I'm looking at that picture right now. He does look like Joffrey if you just put a crown up on his head and some fancy skirt.
Yeah, like pretty much.
Oh my god.
It's uncanny. Like there's not a lot of people in StarCraft 2 who look like celebrities, but he is almost dead on. But anyways, guys, TVT, we're gonna have most likely Banshees. The big question is how many and which player. Last game we only saw one person go for Banshees, and they worked phenomenally well. XY, I would not be shocked to see him go for them once again.
Yeah, Banshee's returning with the buff here, with the 100 only cost for the upgrade. Also, I think with the reduced speed, research time from 110 seconds to 90 seconds. So Banshee's definitely usable, definitely more a better unit now, if nothing else.
Yeah, man,
and
like
coming back. TVT.
I'm pretty sure, like, through the course of StarCraft 2, even at Wings of Liberty, players wanted to utilize Banshees, but it wasn't always viable, just because of the cost inefficiency of it. I love that Blizzard finally recognized that, like, 5 years later and said, hey, let's make this really cool unit a lot better to use, but,
one SCV.
First Blood!
You should have like godlike mode when the hunter seeker something hits.
See, if you go too far with it, then people hate it. But if it's just the right amount of cheesy, then it's okay. But Reaper coming first out of XY, gonna use this for scouting on Akalon Waste. I don't know that I like this even for scouting. Like, it's really hard to get up and down this ramp. It's such a small choke, and of course you can't jump up 2 levels with the Reaper. So as long as XY is paying attention, he'll most likely be able to keep this Reaper at bay.
Yeah, and you get seen immediately if you have your, if the opponent has his units on the ramp, at least you see the Reaper jumping on the first ledge. So it's kind of weird opening with Reaper.
Oh, but look at this. The stutter step out of BratOK. You know, he might not be an active player, but he's still really actively playing the game, yeah.
Yeah, he's still a good player.
Keeps the SCV alive, so keeps not even wasting any time here building the command center. I love that he was able to do that. I mean, typically Reaper should be able to pick off that SCV with little to no problem, but of course the 2 Marines just zoning him out for the time being.
Splitting around. And behind this, XY is going for Banshees, of course. He took the second guess, going for Factory, going for Starport most likely after this. So definitely gonna see Banshees as well.
Well, you say this, but I think we may be incorrect. I mean, he's definitely going to get Banshees out at some point, but looks to be opening with what I'm going to assume is Hellions? Yes, Hellions. Now, of course, the reason you open with Hellions, when you scout your opponent has this many Marines early on, why not go for Hellions? You're going to just blow them out of the water.
You have a lot of firepower against those soft units, of course, and the Reaper now coming back, gonna harass a little bit, gonna jump in the main, actually gonna get a scout off. So
might even pick up the SCV building the starport. That would be huge, and he does get it.
Nice.
It's gonna buy him a lot of time. Now, can he get the Reaper out alive? Is the big question. Yeah, I'm thinking not. Oh my god! For help.
No, that's sick play from XY, controlling his Reaper beautifully, but BratOK now on the move here. Will he move out actually?
I'm a little curious. His choice.
Strange.
Well, hang on. XY went for a Viking first, but he saw and recognized his opponent A did not have a tech lab, and B, well, he delayed the starport time. So I'm a little surprised he opened with this. Now, I'm guessing he's gonna. There we go. Transfers it over. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's go for Raven. What?
BratOK actually doing the same play as Happy last game. He's gonna go for that one medevac drop in the main
Yeah,
if
but
he
look
will
what
be able.
I don't understand what XY is doing. He's playing so
Yeah.
defensively. Like, why the Raven? I mean, it'll be good. A Raven's never bad, but
But right now Banshee would be excellent in my
Well,
opinion. You can infinitely kite those
if-
Marines.
yeah,
So-
if you got the micro, absolutely.
Yeah.
But this is actually gonna be kind of difficult to hold. There's 5 Hellions to the 4. There's a hell of a lot of Marines on the ground though, so XY has to target his focus fire. Like he needs every bit of splash damage here.
He'll also need to throw down that turret, the auto turret perfectly. And here comes the medevac, and here comes BratOK going in. Oh, mistake by BratOK, losing already one of the Hellions there.
But it does force XY to group up and move out of position though.
Oh, I don't know, and now SCV is being pulled for XY. XY trying his best, Marines still doing damage now. Here
Auto
comes
turret's
the
gotta
Raven.
come down. He's got to throw down an auto turret. He has
Where's
to
the
throw
auto
down.
turret? Where's the auto turret?
There we
And
go, a
here
little bit
comes-
late. Now
Gonna
the-
hold now, at least for some seconds.
Well, the critical thing about the auto turret, a lot of people don't know this, it's got super high priority targeting, which means if you just attack move, everything will shoot the auto target before anything else on the field. You could have an Ultralist standing next to it, and they would shoot the auto turret. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, that does actually could help in micro wars, and
But
here comes.
second wave of Hellions.
Yeah. Now the problem is for XY to engage here, he still has to deal with those Marines and medevac Hellions. Oh, and
Yeah,
a
the
pick up by
pickup.
BratOK.
And he's
Gonna
going to
go
go
into
straight
main.
for the main, and right now, XY doesn't have a whole lot here to defend. Hellions are rushing to get back here in time.
What? How did BratOK drop on the top side of the command center? Should have dropped right in the middle
I think
line.
perhaps a
Oh,
little bit of a panic. but-
XY! What is XY doing? He's
Oh, he is not
Oh
paying
my
attention.
God.
But it's only a couple Marines and 1 Hellion, so these SUVs are not in that much danger. I mean, they're in
Yeah.
danger, but
still not that much. But if you leave this unchecked, you can lose a lot of SCVs. And
oh, absolutely. The micro from BratOK. You know, I gotta say, the Empire guys must practice this. They're like, all right, it's
Yeah.
medevac regiment day. You know, it's like leg day at the gym, but for medevacs.
we're just gonna do this all day long. And yeah, BratOK is still okay. Now losing 2 Marines, gonna probably pull back from
You know,
this point on.
There's a lot
my
of
God.
aspects to TVT that involve friendly fire. You got the seeker missile, you got the tanks, you've got the widow mines. I'm a little shocked Hellions don't do friendly fire though. I mean, you've got barrels of flame literally going over top of the SCVs and they take no damage whatsoever.
Yeah.
But you're within like 10 yards of like a siege tank, you might as well be dead.
Just die. Just like bam, blown away.
Hashtag StarCraft logic.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Viking landing here at the natural,
Viking,
continue
wow.
with the harass. Man, BratOK is a
Oh.
little relentless.
Just lose that one. Yeah, but the drop's still active in the main. Gonna get countered now by
It's killed
Marines.
13 SCVs while this has gone on. Now, across the field, we got 3 CCs for BratOK. He's got Marauders. His production is coming out like crazy. There's barracks on the way. He's going to be okay going into the late game. And XY, man, he's going for mech. And the thing about mech, you need a lot of gas. So he needs those 5th and 6th geysers ASAP.
He needs them right now, and as we can see, he's already barreling down at those rocks. So gonna break it down, gonna take the 3rd base. But same goes for BratOK. He's gonna do the same thing. He knows now that he's ahead. He doesn't need to rush things. He can take it easy, take the 3rd base.
Even if he wasn't ahead, I love what he did.
Yeah.
Happy, he went full offensive with no defensive capabilities behind us. For BratOK, he was ready for some sort of counterattack. We didn't see him make Marines, but we saw him specifically make Marauders.
Yeah, against it, any possible Hellion run-bys, even maybe siege tanks again. And here comes the 3rd base for XY, same goes for BratOK, so the game is kind of getting around a little bit now, gonna stabilize.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna stabilize. It's a great way to phrase that because, I mean, while he lost a lot of workers, the big thing was XY already had his natural base up. So while he couldn't really do too much in the main, he was still producing at the natural. So not too far behind his opponent economically speaking, but he is gonna catch up on this 3rd base right around now.
Yeah, and right now XY will have to deal with the Marauder army coming out from BratOK now. A lot of Marauders and medevacs, so those Marauders are gonna be quite hard to kill. +1 weapons as well finishing. Although Blue Flame is complete, so damage will be higher to the Marines. Unfortunately, there is almost no Marines
Yeah,
in
it's
BratOK's.
pretty much just Marauders, so the blue flame
Yeah.
completely negligible.
So right now XY needs a lot more siege tanks to defend against this. Even Hellbats alone won't be able to do.
Actually, I kind of
Well,
disagree with that because it's the same concept as
Hellbats-
roaches, where if
yeah.
you've got enough splash damage, you might not have the bonus damage.
Yeah. That's true, actually. You can take out roaches easily with Hellbats if you have the
It's the same
correct
sort of
number
mentality when it comes to Marauders. But okay, going to be dropping here on the main, slowly elevating up for Marauders for the time being. Now, the sad thing to having so many Marauders is he's got no anti-airs. These Vikings will pick off the medevacs. He does have submarines on the ground, but for the most part, going for the supply depots. I love this choice.
Yeah, gonna force XY to either drop those extra supplies or build an additional supply depots, which already takes out of his economy there. And now Empire BratOK gonna relocate to the third base, gonna find the rocks broken, so gonna have to fix that first. But this gives XY enough time to relocate as well, gonna get his siege tanks in position.
Yeah,
So
you know,
BratOK
actually, just thinking on this, he went for the supply depot, but I gotta tell you, I think a better choice maybe, like he started focusing it down towards the end, but the
Yes.
refinery.
Yeah.
Like, if he had stinted his opponent's gas, it really cripples your siege tank production. Siege tanks are so expensive to produce as is.
Yeah, I mean the whole mech army is, of course. So I think that refinery would have been a better choice as well. Maybe a little bit more micro coming out of those marauders wouldn't be bad, but still he did a little bit of damage, didn't lose too much, and with 3 base he doesn't really care about the 1 medevac and 4 marauders.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? There's a fucking... Sorry, pardon me, there's a huge spider crawling towards me. Go away. Okay, sorry. I don't know, I was throwing stuff at it because I didn't want him to come over here. What the hell, man?
What the hell do you have there in Canada?
Dude, I hate spiders, but okay, sorry, getting back into the game. We got a massive missile turret right here on the southern part of the map. I love this. Recognizing that his opponent is gone for bio, XY is not going to allow any drops to go off. We got a lot of turrets actually coming down in the vulnerable spot, so it will not be easy for BratOK to get into XY's base through any angle. Look at these turrets everywhere necessary.
Yeah, and this is the correct play, the correct decision to play mech. I mean, you need that static defense. If you go mech, mech is so unmobile. You need to relocate those siege tanks, Hellbats even, and you need a lot of time to get in position. And those turrets will definitely save XY's life at one point in time when BratOK maybe decides to drop. If nothing else, we'll just force BratOK to move away and not kill the economy of our Red Terran.
Now, when it gets max on max scenarios, it's a little bit scary because both armies are incredibly strong, but the mech army can power through a little bit stronger. However, its greatest weakness is it's a lot harder to remax your mech army than it is the bio army. So, I mean, XY, if he takes a great engagement, he's still going to, by the time he breaks through the halfway point in the field, BratOK should be remaxed on Marines and Marauders. And that's a very scary thing to consider. So pushing out from XY is not going to be an easy thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, he will have to wait to get a good engagement, or at least a little bit of BratOK's army off in order to be able to move out. Of course, if BratOK catches XY on the open, with a good split, I believe that XY will be done for. There's no way you can really kill a ambush like that with mech. So, oh, actually, gonna be Hellbat drops here.
I thought it was going to be 2, but he's doing like 1 and 2 with Hellions. This is actually super interesting.
Wow. I have not seen that before. Honestly,
well, this is actually kind of cool because it's going to allow them to chase, but oh god, they're going to run into the Viking. Oh no, he stopped just short.
No.
Oh, BratOK was like en route to just absolutely intercept all of them.
Yeah.
But this Sky Army from BratOK is looking pretty darn good. The Banshees are going to do a great job picking up the tanks.
Hunter Seeker missile could have been used there.
Well, I want to point out, look at this. There's no anti-air other than these 4 Vikings. XY has no way to stop these Banshees. He can't even engage the Vikings.
Yeah, this is right now game, I think.
It might just be he's going to take out the tanks slowly.
Yeah.
He can just win the game with these 4 Banshees.
I mean, XY needs doors to defend against this, but he doesn't have any doors.
Well, here come the drops on the other side of the field. Is it going to be enough to distract BratOK, though? Looks like not, as the Marauders just stim on in. Oh, actually, not even stimming, they're just walking on in.
Yeah.
That's not how you want to engage tanks. You got to stim. Stim to win.
And I think BratOK has done it. I mean, right now, look at the supply dropping for XY. I mean, Thor's now slowly gonna come out, 2 of them, but still, I mean, so much.
Awkward moment. He's lost almost every single tank.
Yeah.
3 tanks remaining. SCVs have been scrambling, trying to repair everything.
And although Drop's doing a great deal of damage for XY, killing over 30 SCVs, but it won't matter, of course. There's so many. Look at how many command centers for BratOK are out, and now Thor's do finally.
But now there's no tanks, and the Marauders are going to come right on in. 1 single tank left remaining. 2 Thors on the ground. Some Hellbat's going to try to take this fight. Vikings are going to land, and this is the last stand of XY. But the Marauders are just a little bit too good. Marauders just so good versus Thors.
Yeah, and from this point on, XY can really do nothing. I mean,
No, he's not going to give up. He's actually shelling away at this army.
freezes.
The choke is going to work nicely, but it's not enough. Two tanks will not
no.
hold this. SCVs are full. Good game is called, and Empire BratOK will bring his team back up to tie this series.
So 1-1 currently, and XY trying his best with mech. Unfortunately, those benches really caught him off guard. I didn't see that as well.
That was such a surprise coming.
Yeah, BratOK already predicting that build. I mean, that he needs air control, of course, realizing that, and taking so many Vikings on his army side. I think that's the best way to play right now against mech, if you ask me. Take the air control, and you can really just kill mech out in the open.
Yeah, for sure.